A former insider with direct knowledge of Chinese Communist Party operations has come forward with explosive claims. Beijing created a secret research team 8 years ago to study President Trump's psychology and is now using Iran as a strategic trap to drain American power and pave the way for a Taiwan Strait war. According to multiple insiders inside the CCP system, the Chinese Communist Party has long maintained a shadow cabinet for Iran and has conducted deep infiltration of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps at every level, from senior officers down to the grassroots, through both political ideology and financial means. After Iran's economy collapsed following the outbreak of war, North Korean manufactured counterfeit US dollars were transported directly into Iran via the China-Iran Railway to pay IRGC soldiers. 8 years ago, the CCP National Security Commission established a secret research institution. The team includes personnel drawn from the Military Intelligence and Public Security Departments, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the CCP Central Committee International Liaison Department, and psychologists. Their mission to study the psychology of the US president. The work intensified after President Trump's return to office. CCP authorities believe that striking America's national will requires targeting its life carrier, the US president. By mastering the president's psychological profile and developing corresponding psychological warfare strategies, they aim to undermine US resolve. The same authorities supplied the negotiation strategies used by Iranian representatives in recent US-Iran talks. When the Iran conflict began, Xi Jinping's leadership set two explicit goals. The highest goal, turn Iran into America's second Afghanistan, a long-term quagmire that would exhaust US national energy in the Middle East and create conditions for the CCP to launch a Taiwan Strait war and advance global communist expansion. The lowest goal, or red line, prevent the collapse of Iran's theocratic regime under US military pressure, preserving Iran as the CCP's strategic bridgehead in the Middle East. Through Iran, the CCP controls proxy forces in Iraq, Lebanon's Hezbollah, Gaza's Hamas, and Yemen's Houthis, effectively acting as the general headquarters of international terrorism. Insiders state that a purely maritime economic blockade is unlikely to force Iran's full surrender because the CCP can continue supplying Iran via the China-Iran railway, highway, and routes through Russia and the Caspian Sea, sustaining Iran's missile and drone capabilities. Since the ceasefire began on April 7th, large quantities of CCP military equipment, especially shoulder-fired individual missiles, have been transported into Iran via the China-Iran railway. When Israeli forces destroyed a section of that railway before the ceasefire, CCP engineering troops repaired it within 2 days. In effect, the CCP is already a participant in the Iran war, sending both military rations and North Korean counterfeit dollars to IRGC fighters. Yuan Hongbing assesses that the United States can achieve its objectives only in two scenarios. First, by launching a powerful destructive military attack that targets and completely dismantles Iran's theocratic political structure, not Iranian civilization. Second, by combining a strong economic blockade with effective military strikes that trigger nationwide popular rebellion and uprising inside Iran. Current signs of extreme public dissatisfaction with the theocratic regime already exist. U.S. authorities are currently observing the results of the maritime blockade. However, the probability of success through blockade alone remains extremely low. If President Trump proceeds with a planned May visit to Beijing in hopes of securing Xi Jinping's guarantee or assistance in forcing Iranian surrender terms, the effort would amount to seeking skin from a tiger and is unlikely to produce any real effect.